Hi everyone, today we are going to discuss the modify commands. This is the most powerful tool in the AutoCAD. These commands are used to edit or manipulate the existing objects. At first, we can discuss the move command. For that, we just draw a object here. We can place a rectangle giving the x and y direction or the length and breadth. Now click on the move command. Always read the command box. It's very important. We can see here the command box asks to select the object, then press enter, then it asks the next question, specify the next point. We can specify the distance or click and drag to the next point. Going to the next command, copy. It is very similar to the move command. First we have to select the object, then press enter, then click and drag or specify the distance. We can see multiple copies of this rectangle has been created here. We can see the copy mode, then going to the rotation mode. Click on rotate, again select the object, press enter, then the command box asks to specify the base point. It will be the center of rotation and we can give the orientation or angle. When we press the polar tracking, we can show the direction or just type the angle to create the rotated figure. Moving to the next command, to draw a symmetrical object, we can use the mirror command. Only the half portion is needed to draw. At first, we have to select the object, then press enter. Then the command box asks to specify the point of mirror line, first point and second point of the mirror line. So we have to know where to draw the mirror line. Then it will ask to erase the source object or not. Click on no, then we will get the both object. Going to the next command, scale. We can enlarge or reduce the object by the scale factors. First select the object, press enter, then enter the value of scale factor. Then if it is 0.5, then it will be reduced. If we give 2 or 3, it will be enlarged. We can use the stretch command to click and drag to elongate an object. Moving to the next command, trim. For that we need intersecting lines or blocks. So we just draw 4 lines over here. Now take the trim command. Then just click on the intersecting lines or select the intersecting lines to trim the lines. The next command is the extend command. We can extend an object from the intersection. It is a reverse command of trim and it's very useful in the modify commands. Only need to click at the intersection, the lines will be extended. Moving to the next command, the fillet command, we can create an arc or a fillet on the orthogonal lines or 90-degree lines or any two intersecting lines. At first, we have to select the radius and give a value to radius. It's very important. Only after the radius value it will be activated. Then we just need to click the two lines, two intersecting lines. We will get a fillet. Moving on to the next command, chamfer. We just need to enter the distance between the two edges to create the chamfer, or we can give the angle of the chamfer. We can select the distance or angle to create the chamfer and just click the two intersecting edges. We can create the chamfer. Always read the command box and click the two edges. We can now see how to give the distance of each line and create the chamfer. Moving on to the next command, we can use the array, the rectangular array. There are three types of arrays placed here: rectangular array, polar array, and the path array. We can multiply an object using the array command. At first we are using the rectangle array. So this object acts as an individual cell and we can edit the number of columns and rows we desire, and we can edit the distance between the and height between the row and column of the object. Even we can scale it, we can reduce it, or we can enlarge it. So we can use it to create multiple objects as one unit. After giving all desired dimensions and input, we can close the command. Moving on to discuss the polar array. For that, take a circle, then draw another small circle. Now select the polar array. Now select the object to multiply, press enter. Now we have to select the center point of that array, and now we can add or edit the number of items to multiply. We can even edit the angle of fill and change to 270 or anything we desire. We can increase the number of rows. We can change all the parameters which we needed. We can change the levels and close the array. Now we can go for the path array. For that, we need a path and the item to multiply. So we draw a small circle. Then we have to select the path. So using spline tool, we draw a path. Now select the path array, select the object, press enter. Now select the path, then the object will be multiplied. And we can edit the details over here and close. Now moving to the erase command, we just click on that object, it will be erased. We can see here, just one click or select will erase the object. Moving to the next command, explode, we can divide a single object into multiple entities. Just click the object, then press enter, then it will be different entities. Going to the next command, offset, we can create parallel lines. Just click the line and we have to enter the offset distance, then we can get the offset. Now the modified commands are over. Moving to the next command, text. There are two type of text, multi-line text and single line text. We can click and drag the area to type, then just type our text over here. To increase the text height, we have to select the text. Now edit the text height, and we can increase the font size. Now moving to the dimension, we just need to click the two endpoints to get the dimensions. Then moving to add the table, click on the table. We can edit the table properties over here, then click OK. We will get a table. To edit the dimensions, the dimension style, we have to select the dim style, click on modify, go to fit. Now to increase the size, we have to increase the scale size. To make the decimal separated, we have to click on period and precision 0.0. Click on set current, then it will be changed like this. Moving on to discuss the leader line, we have to select the leader line over here. Just click on the leader line. There are different types of leader line, then just need to click on that object and we can type the details over here. Moving on to discuss different types of dimensions, we can see the align dimensions. To dimension the tilt line, and we can see the angular dimension. We can select the angle dimension over here, and so on. We can see the diameter dimension, the radius, everything is over here. This is all about the modify commands and the dimension. We will discuss the plot command in next video. Thank you.